let's get into a new franchise, guys. We're busting open a new franchise. It'll be with us for the next 2 weeks as well. It's Piranha.
Piranha, yeah. And I read the
Yeah.
comment. We had a Patreon comment, and I definitely will be playing the John Kramer moment in Saw
Oh, good,
6, where he
good.
looks at the piranha in the tank and goes, Piranha. So that will be played a lot. Maybe anytime we
Okay,
say piranha. That might
good.
be too much,
Maybe, yeah.
but at least twice an episode.
We're gonna say it way more than we say some. Maybe Christian.
Oh, damn
Are
it.
you gonna? Yeah, now you have to include that.
I had to do that.
All right. Let's
1978. We're going back to
1978. We're
1978.
going back to the summer of 1978, August 3rd,
That's my
1978. This
birthday. I
came
didn't even
out.
realize.
Yeah, how about that?
That's cool.
Yeah, you turned -20,
You're
and
right.
and this was a Roger Corman production. R.I.P. to him. He passed away last year,
Mhm.
and he originally had the budget at $900,000, which is pretty low, but then he lowered it a couple weeks before filming.
Well,
Or actually a couple days before filming. I got that wrong. Uh, he was making a movie at the same time called Avalanche, which was a big disaster movie. So what we're doing here is we've got two movies in development. They're making a ton of disaster movies in the 70s, things like Towering Inferno, Earthquake,
Poseidon.
Meteor, Airport,
Is that
The
things?
Poseidon Adventure for sure. Um, so we're trying Avalanche, and we're gonna put Mia Farrow in it. Roger Corman decided that needed a bigger budget, so he gave $200,000 of Piranha's money to Avalanche.
That's a real
To,
film that got made.
yeah, to
Oh,
get that
cool.
movie done. And so now the budget for Piranha, which is $770,000. This is the other trend that was going on at the time in the 70s: Jaws ripoffs. Okay, so you had this, you had Alligator, you had
That's
Crocodile.
80,
That's
technically.
80. You're right. You had
Made in the 70s.
Crocodile, you had Barracuda, you had Grizzly, you had Orca, you
Wow.
had, yeah, you had
Jaws 2.
Jaws 2, sure. Yeah, Tentacles, which was a giant octopus
This
movie.
is incredible.
Yeah, yeah, there were a ton of them. All right. Spielberg has called Piranha, quote, the best of the Jaws ripoffs.
I think Alligator's better.
You think Alligator's better? All right.
Yeah, after just watching those two.
Alligator might be better. Those are definitely the two best.
And those are the
John
two John
Sayles really
Sayles.
nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a good formula.
All right. So they've got $770,000 to make this thing now. What are we gonna do? Well, we've got Joe Dante directing. All right,
What had
he's
he done
creative.
up to this point?
Uh, Hollywood Boulevard, like he'd made like some small ass movies, like softcore porno kind of shit,
Oh, wow.
and some like low budget comedy stuff. And this was his first like real
There's
movie
more boobs in this movie than I anticipated.
right away too.
The girl at the beginning, the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of the
boobs and Bush.
counselors is like about to take her top off. But Bush
Yeah.
too, yeah, her underwear almost
Hmm.
comes off. But one of the counselors almost takes her top off and doesn't. But you see him come out.
Yeah,
Crazy.
you see him for a sec.
Joe Dante.
She's
I
about
didn't know he
to.
was that type of filmmaker.
Oh, he is.
I didn't know.
Are you kidding me? His small soldier is ready for action at all times.
Oh well.
Um, Joe Dante, he's a creative guy. He also had Phil Tippett in charge of the special effects for this movie, and that guy knows how to work with a low budget. He later worked on Starship Troopers, directed that stop motion animation film Mad God a couple years ago. That looked
Oh,
pretty crazy. Um, so that's our team here. Okay. Uh, we finally release it August 3rd, 1978. It makes $16 million at the box office worldwide,
it's
which
a
by
lot.
the yeah, yeah, it did much better overseas. It made like 2 or 3 million here. Um, but still it beat the shit out of that movie Avalanche. So
Oh wow,
Roger Corman was wrong. He
that's
he he,
incredible.
he had the wrong movie pegged
And they
for
spent more money on
success.
Avalanche.
Way more money.
So this was a huge win.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
No Avalanche 2, I'm assuming.
no, I don't believe we could cover the Avalanche franchise.
Yeah. We
All
could do
right.
Poseidon. I'm looking forward to
I would
that.
love to do that. There's
That'd be very
Beyond the
fun.
Poseidon Adventure. There's the remake. There's a lot of Poseidon films out there. Maybe
They
just
should
those
redo
three.
it. It'd be a fun thing to redo.
They did it. Oh, I guess it was like 20 years ago at
20
this
years
point.
ago. I
Yeah.
think they should do it.
Let's do it with like
Robert Eggers,
all these
Poseidon.
no. I'm it doesn't matter who directs it. Let's just get like a bunch of young stars.
It matters who directs it.
Yeah.
I'll put together the perfect Poseidon.
I'd love to hear it.
I'll do it.
All right. This was this won a Saturn Award, Logan.
Oh, very cool.
Best editing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
And it was nominated for Best Horror Film of the Year, but it lost to The Wicker Man, the original Wicker Man.
Is that this
All right.
year?
I guess so.
No.
Maybe it was released in America this year. I think it came out in 76. But also Halloween was nominated.
Yeah.
So that probably would have won if not for The Wicker Man.
Mhm.
All right. So do you want to what lists do you want me to pull out here before we start talking about
1978.
Piranha? All right. Top 10 in 1978. It's a really good year. The 70s were of course awesome.
I'd say the best decade by I'd say it's not even close, right? For film?
I think it's the best one.
Yeah. I'd say so. There's the most going on, most themes and shit happening in the world.
Yeah. All right. What's your top 10 list?
I'll give one honorable mention, The Fury. That's my honorable mention.
Oh, that's my number 10.
My number 10 is Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Number 9, Dawn of the Dead. 8, The Last Waltz, the documentary about the band, the great band of the band that I've been a fan of for a long time. Number 7, Grease. Number 6, Autumn Sonata. Might be a little old for some people.
Bergman, baby.
5, The Deer Hunter. 4, I watched this. This shit is great, and I didn't know that it was going to be so great. But An Unmarried Woman.
Wow, that's not in my top 10.
I was blown away.
That's a great movie. I'm with you.
How was that made by a man?
Yeah. You should see some more stuff by him. Paul Mazursky, interesting filmmaker.
That was crazy. I'll knock my socks off.
All right.
Number 3, Days of Heaven. Number 2, this one was super impressed me. Blue Collar.
Yeah, great film.
I think Blue Collar is basically The Deer Hunter. Though I think those are the same movie. I think we'll talk about it on Ham Watching here.
We'll
talk about it on Ham Watching.
Check out Ham Watching here, but yeah, it's they definitely have the similar themes. But Blue Collar is much lower, scale, I guess.
Yeah. And number 1, Halloween.
Wow, Halloween's still number 1.
It might be my favorite movie.
Okay. Here's my top 10 films of here. I'll give you a couple of honorable mentions though. Animal House, Going South, An Unmarried Woman, A Wedding by Altman, Gates of Heaven by Errol Flynn. Thank God It's Friday. All right. Now here's my top 10. Number Superman. 10. I like that. That's like one below. Thank God It's Friday. So if you want me to give that an honorable mention, it's fine.
For Henry, I think of Henry when I see that movie now because he used to play the score so much for the superhero count. He always played the Superman theme.
Yeah,
so I think of him.
All right, number 10, Brian De Palma's The Fury. Number 9, Killer of Sheep. Number 8, Blue Collar. Number 7, Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
That's not better than Blue Collar. Get out of here. That's sort of crazy. When the last time you saw Blue Collar? I think that's a movie you should rewatch. I think that's a movie a lot of people should rewatch if they haven't seen it in a long time.
I watched it 2022.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Number 6, Dawn of the Dead. Number 5, Autumn Sonata. Number 4, Days of Heaven. Number 3, Halloween.
Wow.
Number 2, you know me, Logan. Gotta have a Woody in there. Interiors.
Okay.
And number 1, The Deer Hunter.
I think you have had a Woody on Like, well, I think we've done like 24 lists, and you've had them on like 21 or 22 years.
Well, he released like a movie a year for like 60 years.
And you love them all.
And I don't love them all, but like 40 of them are good.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
All right. What you want to hear a Joe Dante ranking?
Yeah, I've only seen 8 of them.
All right. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Give me
pretty
yours
good.
first.
I remember I watched a few when we did Gremlins, but I think we might have ranked them then.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Last place of the ones I've seen: Small Soldiers. 7th, Looney Tunes Back in Action. 6th, Piranha. 5, Matinee. 4, The Burbs. Those are similar. I feel like I might swap those. I don't know. 3, The Howling. These are like, I love these top 3. I love The Howling. That movie is awesome. 2, Gremlins. 2, The New Batch, and 1, Gremlins.
Okay. Wow.
But The Howling, special shout out
Our
to that
lists
one.
are quite different.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Here's the ones I've seen 15 Joe Dante.
I wanted to see the Paul Rudd one, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
It's pretty obscure. Yeah. He did it for TV.
Mm.
2 of these movies are TV movies. I'll tell you when I get to them. Number 15 is one of his later efforts, Burying the X. Very bad. Number 14, Small Soldiers. Number 13, Explorers, which is probably his worst movie of the 80s. Number 12, Looney Tunes Back in Action. Number 11, his segment of Twilight Zone, the movie. Yeah. Number 10, Hollywood Boulevard. Number 9, which was a TV movie, The Second Civil War. Number 8, Inner Space. Number 7, Piranha. Number 6, the aforementioned Paul Rudd movie, Runaway Daughters.
Better than Piranha.
Yeah. Number 5, Gremlins. Number 4, The Howling. Number 3, The Burbs. Number 2, Matinee. And number 1, Gremlins 2, The New Batch.
Wholeheartedly disagree. The Burbs and Matinee better than The Howling and Gremlins.
I know.
I don't like that.
I heard your list.
Would you have higher, The Burbs or Matinee?
Matinee at 2, Burbs at 3.
All right, we flipped them. I feel like those are similar in my head. But there's Joe Dante, a very cool director. Very him cool and Joe director. Johnston confused.
Well, they're sort of they've got similar vibes. Dante's better, but like they both are all about making like big movies, but that feel like they're cobbled together by, like out of like paper and glue.
Yeah, exactly. Johnston, he did the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Who?
Johnston, did he do Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
I don't remember. He did the Rocketeer.
And Jurassic Park 3.
Jurassic Park 3. Yeah.
I feel like he might have done Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. But yeah, anyway.
I think he might. Well, who directed Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
I would have guessed it was Joe Dante.
No, you would have guessed it was Joe Johnston.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
It was. You're right. Good job.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I got confused. I was thinking about Randall Kleiser, but I think he directed Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Much worse.
But pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah. But
yeah,
nowhere near.
He should have taken a shit. They should have had to change his diaper with helicopters, right?
Totally.
I've always said that.
That's the only mistake they made.
All right, let's talk.
We do Jaws. The Jaws opening. We get a man and a woman running off to go swim, and then they die.
Baby.
Naked, but this time they both die. In Jaws, only the woman dies. The man passes out on the beach. Here they both die. So a little bit different.
They straight up die. It's it's also the Buffy Go Fish opening. That's what I like to call it.
Is it really? I don't remember that. I like that they won for editing. I do like the editing. You know how in Jaws you get like the underwater him coming up. Here you get it, but it's like all quick cuts, like pew pew pew, like all coming up, quick ones, like coming POV coming up to him.
Yeah,
it is pretty scary. And the Foley, we have to mention all those little.
I gotta say, it's one of the all-time great Foley art in movie history. I don't know what the sound is. That like anytime the piranhas are really going at somebody,
gnawing into that flesh.
Yeah, it's like it sounds like a fucking cartoon,
but it's like underwater.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
it's
muffled.
amazing. I really feel like Joe Dante, he did Looney Tunes back in action, and it's because he fucking loves the Looney Tunes. He
Right.
watched a ton of Looney Tunes growing up. I feel Looney Tunes energy in every Joe Dante movie.
Every one of them, even the TV Runaway Daughters one.
Yeah,
Wow. Um, that's why he's an artist. That's why he got so many movies made.
yeah,
That's why you need him around if you need that type of style.
I'm telling you.
But yeah, I agree. It was very cool. I didn't expect the Jaws arcade game. They just like flat out. They're like, "Hey, this is a Jaws ripoff."
I almost appreciated that though, because like if you watch stuff like Grizzly, some of the worst ones, Orca has its moments, but like it's like they're really just, what are we doing here? This is Jaws. We know this is Jaws.
And
So
here he's like, "I know too."
an acknowledgement of it did make me feel better about the whole operation. It was
I
like, listen, you want to watch a Jaws movie? This is what this is.
Yeah, I agree. At one point, there was a woman also reading on the beach Moby Dick. Did you catch that?
I did. I was like, amazing beach read. No, no, nothing,
Crazy, right?
nothing better to read on the beach than Melville.
There was also a guy. I noticed this the first time I ever saw this movie before I watched Lone Star. There's a guy on the beach wearing a shirt that says Lone Star, and
In
this
the
is
movie Lone
years
Star.
in this
Oh,
movie.
in this movie.
This
Wow.
is years before the
Well,
film Lone
it's
Star.
because it takes place in Texas.
But I thought that was very cool. Now later he got a film made called, but it's cool to like. That's cool. It's hard
You
to
on
get a
my
film
John
made.
Sayles list?
Yeah, you got. Is it? This is his directing credits
Yeah,
only.
this is just his directing credits. But of course, the writer of this movie, Piranha, John Sayles, went on to like
Eight
be
Men
an
Out,
incredible filmmaker in his own right.
City
Yeah.
of Hope, something like that.
Yep, that's one. All right, here it is.
Matawan, something like that.
Yeah, you really got it.
Well, I thought about
I've
watching all of them.
I've seen 13 John Sayles movies.
They're all right, directed.
Yeah, here's the ranking. Number and honestly, the top 10 are really good.
Okay.
All right, 13, Casa de los Babies. Number 12, Men with Guns. Number 11, Silver City. Number 10, Sunshine State. Number 9, The Secret of Roan Inish. Number 8, The Brother from Another Planet. Number 7, The Return of the Secaucus 7. Number 6, Baby It's You. Number 5,
Heavy
Honey.
hitters.
Yeah, and it is. Number 5, Honey Dripper. Number 4, Passion Fish.
He has some interesting titles.
He does, yeah. Number 3, 8 Men Out. Number 2, Lone Star. And number 1, City of Hope.
Did he only write Matawan, Mate One, whatever it's called?
I'm not sure I've seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it. Okay.
Have I?
Because those City of Hope,
Yeah,
Eight
I
Men
haven't
Out,
seen
and
Matawan.
Matawan were the three I thought about watching.
Yeah,
Um,
I gotta watch that. Is that on my list?
Gotta be.
It is. Yeah. Okay.
But he's very good. Very specific, writes good characters. Great writer.
Yeah, he tends to write like
Scope.
microcosms. It's like a shit ton of characters in like a fishbowl. And
Yeah.
like let's see how they all interact with the world.
Very cool. I like
It's
that.
like The Wire. He invented The Wire.
Shout out John Sayles.
Yeah.
I don't really talk about him. It's not a name I hear a lot, John Sayles. Is he alive still?
I think he's around.
I feel like I would have heard about it if he's dead.
Yeah. Have we seen the last of him? Looks like his last movie.
I don't know. I feel like I looked him up and it didn't say he died. So he's still around. But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still alive.
So
Good for Sayles, hanging in there.
yeah, he sailed off into
His
the
last
sunset.
movie was in 2013. I didn't see it. It was called Go for Sisters.
Well, that's why he can't make movies anymore. His diehard fans like you didn't see his last film.
You're right, man. I
They were like, John,
up.
your time's up. Your fans
Maybe
don't
retired. Maybe he's just like, I don't know.
That's kind of happened with this podcast. Whenever our diehard fans give up, that's when we give up.
You know what?
Keeping us going.
I received an Instagram message today from the great Olivia Smith, who I believe dropped the podcast when you took over. All right.
Asking if
She
Henry's back.
he's the one who created the old franchise website.
That's
All
right.
right. And no, she said that she listened to the franchise preview of the year, the franchise update.
Mm.
Loved it.
Wow.
All
So this
right.
might be the year she's back. She might be listening right
Maybe.
now.
I felt really good. If
If
you're
she is,
out
shout
there,
out to Olivia.
Olivia, yeah,
That broke my heart.
happy to have you back. Yeah, I know. I know that
She
really
left.
affected you, Logan.
I went into a deep depression. Haven't escaped
Hmm.
it since. But yeah, so this woman gets notified. These teens went missing. You got to go investigate. So she heads off to go look for them, and she meets this guy. His name
I
is
like her, by the way. What's the actress's name?
Heather Menzies Urich.
Delightful. Well, Urich, not yet. I don't think
Not
she'd been
yet.
married. Robert Urich, she was eventually married to, that actor from
Yeah,
Spencer
she's
for Hire.
hyphenated
But
Urich
but
these
yeah,
days.
well, they're both dead, I believe.
Oh well, she's not anything these days.
She and Robert Urich got married, like adopted a shit ton of like troubled kids. Maybe just three. I said a shit ton. And then like Robert Urich died and she started like a foundation. She did like a lot of great shit in her life, and she just died maybe in like 2017 or 18, and her kids like you know wrote about her on the internet, what an amazing person she was. So like
that's amazing.
wow, Heather Menzies, great for you.
Yeah, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
That is great to have your kids love you. That's like an underrated thing, you know?
Yeah, doesn't happen that often.
It's a hard thing. Uh, so she talks to this guy, Bradford Dillman is the actor. Do you know him? He played Paul Grogan.
Grogan. Well, we meet him a little earlier on. They set him up
He has a
as like
daughter.
right. He's sort of like a lost soul. He's like living in the backwoods of Texas. He's an alcoholic. I mean, kind of. And
Always filling up his canteen with alcohol.
yeah, and delivering all different kinds. His favorite's tequila, but he likes whiskey, he likes vodka, he likes gin, all of them. And
Gin.
what's that? Oh, gin. Yeah,
Gin.
good job. Yeah. And we he and he because we see him with that friend early on, who later dies. Yeah, and he's got a very sweet dog.
That was a scary sight. Then when they roll up on the dock, all like the bloody dock with the dog just sitting there.
Yeah,
that's very scary to me. And then his like
he's
feet
like,
are all bones.
I've never heard that dog make a peep before. What's he barking about? I'll tell you what he's barking about. His owner just got fucking whack 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 waka 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 by a bunch of piranhas.
You're absolutely right. That's a good sound effect. It does sound like that.
Yeah,
it's very well written. All that stuff.
Of course, it's John Sayles.
Yeah, from the very beginning. I assume this is near the beginning. I don't know.
I think he was already directing. Like this might have come out the same year as Return of the Secaucus 7 or something.
Oh, okay. But so these two team up, man and woman, team up to go figure out what's up with the lake pond.
And right away, baby. Oh, 1980 was Secaucus 7. So he isn't quite directing yet, but he is directing when Alligator comes out. Yeah, they want to fuck. They immediately are into each other.
Did they have sex in this movie?
I don't believe they ever got together, but
they were
definitely vibing on each other for the whole movie.
There's like a weird moment where she's like asking a lot of personal questions to him, like what happened with your divorce, and then she says like, I've been hinting about going to bed for the last 5 minutes, and then it's a weird cut to like the next day. And I was like, what is that? Did they have sex?
They probably
wearing
fucked.
the same clothes, so I wasn't sure.
They probably slept in the nude, Logan, because sometimes when people have sex, they take off all of their clothes. Just do it.
You wouldn't change clothes afterward?
Not necessarily.
Well, I don't think she had to change her clothes.
Maybe fall asleep in the nude.
Oh, okay.
Or in a pair of boxers.
No, I get how it works. But that was my question: was
do you?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
All right.
But I questioned, did they or not? I sort of think they did, because
I think they did too.
That weird little edit there.
But why didn't they give us a sex scene? I feel like this is the kind of movie that could use a little sex scene.
I feel like we got a lot of boobs. That was a lot
We
of that was
did. I want
sexy
some
enough.
more. Let me see them Menzies, baby.
I think we did, no? There's the part where she flashed the guy. She's like,
Oh yeah, you're right. We
that
did
was
see her boobs.
crazy. Because he's like, if he's gay, I'll do it. I sort of like that. That was funny.
I
Great
love that.
sales thing there.
Yeah, yeah. Grogan says like, go distract that guy with your feminine wiles or whatever. And she's like, what if he's gay? And
I'll
he's
do
like,
it.
give it a shot. Yeah, he says, I'll do it. And
He's
so she goes, the first thing she does is go, so are you gay?
like, what? No.
Yeah.
So she
And
knows
then
to
she
show all
just
the boobs.
pulls her boobs out. Yeah.
Very
Great stuff.
very 10 things I hate about you. When
Oh
she
yeah.
flashes the
That's
class,
right.
get the
God,
guy
what an
out.
insane move.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say insane movie. I was gonna
No,
say
no,
best movie.
that Catherine, she's a
That's
nut
illegal. That
job.
must be illegal.
It
To flash your
is.
whole classroom.
Oh my
She's
God,
going to
she should be
jail.
expelled for that.
No, seriously. I didn't think about that. That's the best movie though. But we meet this scientist, Dr. Robert Hoke. I questioned, was this guy famous in the 50s? Like, was this guy like a big deal, you know?
I'll tell you, this is the lead in the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Okay, so yes, that's very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, I recognized him immediately. He aged really well. Like he looks exactly like he did in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, just with white hair instead of dark hair.
He had a good look to him. Do you know who we get for the remake, the 3D version to play this character?
Donald Sutherland, I think.
No, that'd be
Who?
good though, because he was in the Invasion of the
Oh,
Body Snatchers.
3D. I'm sorry. I was thinking of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh no, Piranha
Who
3D.
plays this in Piranha 3D?
Christopher Lloyd. That's
Oh,
why I
that's
assumed it must have been like a famous guy of the time.
yeah, yeah.
From like before this time.
That works.
Yeah. So that's cool. I liked him too, yeah. But he ends up dying. He saves the little boy on the lake. The little boy with his father.
Yeah,
he dies.
he does the annoying thing when they first find him where he like clearly has all the information we need for the movie, like all the
Yeah.
exposition that'll help us with the rest of the movie, but he like keeps delivering it in like really short. He's just like razor teeth. And you're like, what?
Operation Razor Teeth.
Operation Razor Teeth. And you're like, just use your words. Tell us
Yeah.
what's going on. All right.
Also, I think he didn't want to tell him everything because he wanted to keep going with the operations. He wanted to sort of
Well, I know he like
testing.
really loved this like military thing. Like, there's this one point where they're talking about like, so these were like piranha that were, you know, weaponized by the government to be able to like live in any kind of water so that they could
They'd
like
be
fight the
spies.
fucking Viet Cong with piranha. And they're like, at one point he goes like, the Vietnam War is fucking over, bro. Like, why does piranhas just kill them all? And he's like, well, there will always be other wars. And I'm like, yeah, what? You're gonna drop the piranha in
In Afghanistan.
all the great bodies of water in Afghanistan and Iraq? Like, what are we doing?
I think so. Yeah, I get where he's coming from. He put so much time into this. If you're the scientist, this is your life's work. I get it.
Yeah, I know. I named them all.
Did he
That
really?
one's Sharpie. That one's Toothless. That one, I don't
That's
know.
the dragon from How I Trained Your Dragon.
That's Toothless.
I was making a joke, dude.
Mhm.
But yeah, that guy died. Did you like the little boy and his dad on the boat? That reminded me of Lake Placid. The beginning of Lake Placid opens on a boat.
Oh yeah. I sort of did. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that I like. I liked the little raft they're on. Like that's like, I think it could hold three people. Let's give it a shot. And you know, they're just like
Oh,
rowing along
oh
on the
my
wooden
God.
raft.
And the piranhas are biting them off one at a time. Like instead of
Yeah.
biting the middle off,
Perfect.
it's so funny. Such a funny action sequence where it's like one at a time going off.
But that's what I want from movies, honestly. Like
No, it's fine.
it's
But I
a
was watching
great
it
amount of
like,
tension.
oh my goodness.
It's very silly.
In real life, that's not how that would happen. You would just it
Yeah.
would happen and then you die immediately. Yeah.
And the dad of the son like falls off the boat. The boat turns around. The son's able to like get on the bottom
That was
of
a
the
great
boat,
shot.
which is now sticking.
They have to
out of the
capture that
water.
on. You have to realize they
I
have to
know.
capture this stuff on. I'm not saying you, but like this is stuff they have to capture on film. Like that's they have to flip the boat over. A little boy has to get on top. It was very cool.
Yeah, they only have $700,000 to
That's
do
right.
it.
It's true. Uh, so yeah, these people they all die. That guy, I liked his bony feet. That guy who lived off on that thing.
Yeah,
Scary
fucked.
bony feet. And then we like get arrested at some point. And then I love
Yeah.
the part where the keys are stuck to his pants, so we take his pants off. That was very funny to me.
Oh yeah, this they're in prison.
More
She's
jail. It's not prison.
it's jail. You're right. You're right. It's like the kind of jail like Harold and Kumar were
They're
in.
not in
Um,
Shawshank.
yeah. So I liked so many things about this jail. All
Yeah.
right. One, when they're in the sheriff's office, the there's a huge poster in the middle of the shot, right behind them. That's just advertise. It's not an advert. I mean, like it's a wanted poster for
Mhm.
a flasher.
Oh wow.
All right, so that's what's going on in this town. We got to worry about
That's
this
probably the
flash.
girl who just flashed that guy.
No, it was a dude. It was a
Oh
dude.
dude. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And he had like a nickname. It was like something the Flasher or something.
Frank the
And
Flasher.
yeah, it was something like that. And then we go into the jail cells where they're like right next to each other. She's got a swastika in hers. I
I
was
didn't catch that.
wondering, yeah, I was wondering if you
Oh,
drew that. And you know, very fun graffiti. And so yeah, she knocks out an officer with the toilet tank.
is that do they really have those type of toilets in the jails? I feel like they would get broken more frequently if they did, right?
I feel like they do. They get broken all the time,
Oh,
and then they
that
just don't fix
sucks.
them. Yeah. And yeah, so she has to take his pants off to get the keys.
And they
Very
drive
fun.
with, then they like throw the pants at another cop on the side of the
Oh,
street.
I loved that. Yeah.
He's like walking steps outside, like, oh, what a great day. Takes a sip of the coffee and then pants right in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Good
Pretty
stuff.
fun. And then there's a whole other subplot with the girl at summer camp. The
That's
daughter goes to
right.
summer
He's
camp.
got a daughter who's at summer camp and she's afraid of the water. All right.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
she has to earn her badge.
but she doesn't want to go in the water. She wants to just sit on by a tree and read comic books. And
I
I
like when
was
she's
having
hiding under the boat, like watching them
yeah,
like
I like
hiding.
that too. She was reading a late 70s Marvel Comics Star Wars comic. I
I
was
didn't know that
excited to
was
see
the
that.
thing.
Yeah, they had the license for Star Wars back then. Those comics are pretty good.
Are you going to be reading those in your Marvel read?
No,
You
no, because
read
I'm
through
just
more?
reading the universe.
Oh, my mistake. I'm so sorry.
um,
But yeah, she was cool. I like the daughter. She was pretty fun.
she was great. I thought she was. I liked her. I liked both of the counselors.
Oh, I love the counselors.
I liked the fucking the guy that was running it.
Hmm.
What was, I feel like him I recognized from stuff.
I'm not sure. He must be Mr. Dumont, Paul Bartel. But I
Yeah,
liked
Paul Bartel, and he kept calling him Grogan.
both Betsy and she must be
She called.
Laura.
Sorry. He called her late. He called the camp late at night to be like, you know, there's piranhas in the water, and he was just like, "Go to sleep, Grogan. You're drunk."
Yeah, he was like, he just called me drunk and then told me to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then we
All
have
right.
like
Good.
the mayor from Jaws. He's Dick Miller in this film. He plays like the guy who runs the whole operation. Who's
Yeah.
calm down, piranhas. Shh, don't
He's no Mayor Robert Vaughn. He doesn't. Larry
have
Vaughn,
cool
excuse me.
ties
Excuse me.
and
Robert
stuff.
Vaughn's an actor. Yeah, he doesn't have a great anchor sport
Is it
coat.
Murray Hamilton?
I think that's right.
He's
But
from The Graduate. I know him from those two movies. That's it.
but this guy's pretty good.
I think he is
Um,
in uh something Anatomy of a Murder. Those three movies. That's three great movies.
oh, here's how I know Paul Bartel. He is a director as well. The guy who
Yeah.
runs the camp. Yeah. He directed Death Race 2000 and I've seen 3 of his movies. Um Eating Raoul, which is
Okay.
great and weird, and Scenes from the Class Struggle in Beverly Hills. He's like he directs these like really strange offbeat comedy movies that sometimes work better than others. But that's how I know him because he's always in his own movies too.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen him. But he was good.
Yeah, he was fun. All right, so you were talking about the counselors.
Uh well yeah, I like them. I think Laura is the other one, Betsy and Laura. But it's very sad when the one dies.
Yeah.
I don't like that part. But it has to happen, I guess. What doesn't have to happen? Anyway.
Well,
So
there's got to be a body count in a movie like this.
There is. You kill all the people in the water. You don't got to kill the camp counselor.
Yeah.
Enough people die. I like
I know
the.
all the campers were like in those little like inner tubes. And
Mhm.
I'm just thinking about how like their butts, that's what's in the water.
Yeah, it's just
They're just
butt
getting
cheeks
bit on
floating
the butt.
everywhere.
Waka
That,
waka waka.
it's pretty tough. Who is it that says waka waka waka? Who is it
It's
that
the
says that?
piranha.
No, no, no. Who is it? A Muppet? Who says that?
Oh, yeah, Fozzie Bear.
Okay, some of them says waka waka waka. Um, the guy on the jet ski. I like him when he dies.
That fucking guy was so impressive.
His riding on the jet ski. They were
He's
like, we can't
he's
knock him off. We got to keep going
he's
faster.
water skiing. He's not on a jet ski.
Oh, right. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
So, but I mean, they were really trying to fuck with him, like going back and forth in that
That's well
boat.
written too. He's like,
This
"Hey,
guy,
slow down," and they're like, "Yeah, we gotta knock him off." They're like still trying to play the game.
he should have won an X Games gold medal for this performance on the jets the water skis back there. I mean, it
He
was
may have.
amazing. It was like I I can't believe he was staying up there.
Well, he didn't. I think that they had to slow down though to like get him off. And then once they slowed down, he got eaten.
Yeah, well, that's what happened. They weren't going fast enough for him to stay up, and they were like, "What's going on with him? He's yelling."
Oh, he's dead. Oh shit.
Yeah, boom.
Mm. I didn't expect an explosion. We get like a
Yeah,
boat
I
crashes
didn't
into a
either.
dock. I was like, oh shit, that's
And it
pretty.
was the kind of like movie explosion where like nothing would have exploded there. It was just like we needed something like an exciting moment, so we blew something up.
Yeah, that's funny. But it was crazy. Didn't see it coming.
Yeah, me neither.
I like the line. Uh, the guy comes up and says piranhas, and then Dick Miller says, "What about the piranhas?" And then the guy says, "They're eating the guests, sir." I thought that was
Oh
funny.
yeah, that felt very modern to me. Like
Yeah,
that's the
okay,
kind of line you would see in like the trailer for like
the
a
trailer.
fucking Jurassic Park movie or something.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it felt like first it starts out it's all nice, and then they're screaming and yelling. It felt like one of those
exactly,
things.
totally.
Uh, lot big attack. They all die. And then oh the girl at the end, she says she like makes up an excuse, like, oh, nothing to fear here, nothing happened. She just tries to
Yeah.
cover it up at the end. So setting up for a sequel, possibly.
Well, and we're gonna get it next week on the franchise.
Not as good as the setup. Well, that won't be next. Oh yeah, I guess it will. Alligator has a better setup to a sequel where we kill
We
the
gotta cover
alligator.
that. There's a sequel to Alligator. I've never seen it.
I know. I went to look it up and I was like, oh damn, there's a sequel. But
Mm-hmm.
we just flush another alligator down the toilet. You just see another
Yeah.
alligator pop out. You're like, oh hell yeah, new alligator. It's good enough for me. But I feel like this is a 3. I wanted to give it a 4. I wanted to be my
No,
take,
it,
man, but I
it
think
is
I'm
a
gonna give it a
three.
3.
It is a three, but it is a delightful three. It is a good solid three. It is a three that I've gone back to every few years for many years and will continue to. This is far from the last time I will watch Piranha in my life.
Definitely. Was it your review about this or Alligator that you said was better than Jaws 2? I think I like Jaws 2 more.
I think I said that about Alligator.
Okay. I just find sharks so scary. I don't know.
I know I love sharks, but piranha are scary too. They're just like they swarm you. They got those sharp teeth.
And they
It's
go
like a
waka waka
bunch
waka
of
waka
them.
waka waka.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It is fucked up. I saw him on Survivor the Amazon in that challenge.
Yeah,
They had
that
to
was
catch
great.
piranhas.
You
That-
saw him in Austin Powers.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Doctor Evil had like a trap where there were piranha.
I made a joke in the last I guess it was like with the traders or something. You said something about an issue, and then I said grab a tissue.
Mm.
And I couldn't remember what that was from, and I looked it up, and it's from Austin Powers. It's from one of those movies. So I unknowingly made an Austin Powers reference.
Wow. Oh,
Shout out to
behave.
me. Oh, yes, I need to behave.
Yeah.
So there we go. 3 stars. Who's the MVP, you think?
It's
The
tough.
woman?
I
The
like
lead woman?
so many. Yeah, I think that's ultimately what I'm going to go with is Menzies.
Heather
But
Menzies.
uh, there are a lot of options. I think Bartel's great. I think that
Bradford Dillman, the lead guy.
yeah, he's really
Dick
good.
Miller brings it.
Yeah, I even like that lady that like is with the military.
Barbara
Who's the one
Steele.
that says Piranha.
Dr.
Yeah.
Mingers. I think that
Yeah, yeah.
Hoke did too. Dr. Hoke. I
Oh,
think both the
yeah,
doctors did. That's
and
why
he's good too.
great cast all the way around.
Yeah,
Dick Miller,
yeah,
by the way, he's the guy who's a Joe Dante regular. He's in a bunch of Joe Dante films.
yeah, yeah.
He gets
Actually,
snowplowed by the Gremlins.
I think Menzies might show up in a bunch of Dante movies too.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that. She's very good. So I hope so. But she's my MVP. Who's the LVP?
Hmm. That's a good question. Let me look it up.
What do you
Who's
got?
yours? Do
Ask
you have?
Chat GPT. Who's
No,
the
no, no, no.
LVP?
I'm gonna look at the cast.
Okay. I might go. I don't want to go either of the camp counselors. They're really good. I might go to Colonel Waxman because I don't really remember him all that much.
I remember him.
But
He might
who's
he
Jack?
might be the one.
Like fourth
Keenan
build is this guy
Wynn.
Jack? Who is he?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't even remember that character. I might go him.
Oh, I think he's the friend with the dog.
Oh, I don't want to go him.
Yeah, I don't want to go him either. Yeah,
I'm gonna go
I'll
Colonel
go.
Waxman,
I'll
Bruce
go
Gordon.
Colonel Waxman as well. All
Crazy.
right.
This is like Bruce Gordon is like if you combine Bruce Brown and Aaron Gordon, two of the players from the 2022-23 Denver Nuggets. That's sort of crazy. If you combine those two guys, you get Bruce Gordon.
I was wrong, by the way, about Menzies. This is the only Joe Dante movie she's ever been in.
Oh shit.
But anyway,
Maybe one of the other girls comes on.
yeah, it might be.
I like the name Belinda
this
Belaski.
is that's who I'm thinking of. That's
Oh,
who I'm
shit.
thinking of. She played one of the camp counselors,
Betsy.
Betsy.
I like her a
Yeah,
lot.
she was in both Gremlins, The Howling, Matinee, Small Soldiers, The Second Civil War, and Runaway Daughters. She's worked with Joe
Okay.
Dante a lot. Yeah,
All right. Great name too. Belinda Belaski.
can't beat it.
You really can't. Maybe John Legend is better. That's the only name better. I don't know why I just said John Legend.
He is a legend.
That's Piranha.
That's Piranha. We'll be back with more Piranha next week. Anyone write anything you want to read?
Oh, yes. Michael Babcock says, please play the soundbite of Jigsaw saying Piranha as much as you can the next couple of episodes. You got it.
We will.
Babcock.
Yeah.
And then he said, also, you guys going to cover Star Trek this year? Here's what I'd say to Michael Babcock. You should have tried to win fantasy football. He wasn't even in the league.
Yeah, what the hell,
He
bro?
didn't compete. That was for the opportunity to pick.
No, but I'm gonna give him the answer he wants, which is yes. I would like to cover Star Trek this year.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Mm.
But that's great. You didn't even, there was an opportunity for somebody to pick, and you didn't even try.
Get into it, bro. Do like some football research.
We couldn't even find an extra person. I had to get my brother in there. Like we were scrambling for somebody to get.
Sucked.
And then Michael, did he not beat you? He had to beat you. So. You got second to last place, didn't you?
Oh, in our league, yeah. But I think I beat him one week.
But he was like your one victory.
I won 2 victories.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Mm-hmm. But crazy Michael Babcock. You got to compete next time. All right.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it. Next week we'll talk about Jim Cameron.
Yeah, Jim Cameron. Jesus, listen to you. Yeah, his first film about water of many.
His first film.
To the Spawn. Period. Yeah, good point. So we'll talk all about. I've never seen it either. Very exciting stuff. Lance Henriksen's in it. Love Lance Henriksen. I'm already in.
He uses him in Aliens. He's not Bishop, but something else. Or is he Bishop? I don't know. He plays
next week. We're also covering a TV movie from 1995 called Piranha, and this is a remake of the first one, and it's directed by a fella named Scott P. Levy, who I've never heard of. So that's next week, and then the following week we'll do those 3D ones.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And 3D is a lot like this movie. Even like the point where at the end of this movie, we like tie a thing around us and we jump underwater to go like unscrew this valve like that. We do that same thing in the Piranha. Like it's so many similarities. Besides, we have Jerry O'Connell doing Girls Gone Wild. That's like the one difference.
Looks like it's going to be a lot of like Lion King again. We're going to have to watch the story of the first movie a few times.
You're right. You're actually right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we get to talk about these cool filmmakers.
Yeah, it's an interesting crew of filmmakers. Like
That's why I did it.
even
And
the
we get to go
3D
back to the
ones, like
70s.
Alexander Aja and John Gulager, like they're weird guys. All right, so next week, Piranha 2 The Spawning and Piranha, patreon.com/the franchise. We got Buffy's Angels coming your way this week. We're back to Angel finally. We've got what else? A T Swift is out. He
Finished
Swift,
Big
excuse
Brother.
me. We're gonna do the last few episodes of Big Brother 26 on Comp Beasts. We're talking about the Traders. We've got Hey, I'm Watching Here coming at you this week.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So lot coming your way. Keep your ear to the ground, gang.
And then
Um,
next month, whenever the Oscars are, I think that's when we'll rank 2024 movies. It'll give us enough
yeah,
time to watch what we need to watch. So
yeah.
give us another month, probably. We'll get that list out.
All right. And until next week, waka waka.